Hello and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do something a little different today. I'm just going to show you how I make my breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day. I love to do it. And this was just a day off that I had. Always start by turning on my coffee maker. If I'm not going to work, I usually will just push the button myself. Otherwise, I typically will have it go off on a programmed time. So basically I just get all my stuff together. You can see there on my counter I have some liquid egg whites, and then I also use a whole egg. And the basic components of my breakfast are always a green leafy vegetable, some tomatoes, and mushrooms, but this morning I didn't have any, so I didn't use any. Always wash my fresh greens. Sometimes I use frozen, like kale or spinach. But yeah, I like these. This is just collard leaves, and they're very thick and hearty, so I like to kind of shred them, like chop them up, and then put them in the pan. They take a little bit longer to cook, but they're really good. They hold up very well. And I always cut up my little grape tomatoes. Sometimes I'll use a beefsteak tomato or aroma. Sometimes I'll just use salsa. It just depends on what I have on hand. So basically, I just get all of my ingredients together. I'll always put my tomatoes on the side on a plate because I'll usually just cook my veggies first, and then I will set those aside and put them like on top of the tomatoes, just kind of warm them up while I reheat my pan and all of that. And the key to any good savory breakfast is to season well. So I like salt and pepper, of course. I use other ingredients like garlic and oregano. I also am always, I go back and forth between whether or not I want to make an omelet or if I want to scramble the eggs. So it does really depend on my mood, and yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it. But my breakfast usually consists of the same thing. I also like to do an avocado, which I will show you in a bit, but here are the greens. They're cooking up very nicely. They're so pretty. They get very vibrant when you cook them. There's my egg, and my egg whites are in there. And I usually do about half a cup of liquid egg whites. So seasoning my avocado, usually with garlic, salt, and pepper. And I found this guacamole seasoning when I was at the store, and I've never seen this before, but I decided to pick it up. It's pretty good. It has some really good seasoning in it, and oftentimes I'll use like a lemon pepper blend, but since I got this guacamole one, I thought I'd just keep using it because I've been enjoying it. So that's, like I said, I usually will put the veggies aside, and then I'll reheat my pan, get that ready to cook the eggs. So this morning, I'm scrambling them, and it's pretty quick if your pan is hot enough. And I will add some nutritional yeast into my eggs, and then add the veggies. And I also put some on my plate, just so then I'll get some on the bottom, and it kind of will incorporate into the egg dish as I'm eating. So I don't know about you. Do you like to cook your own breakfast? I definitely do. So while I'm letting that cool a little bit, I will always froth my almond milk. And this morning I put a little cinnamon into the mix just to spice it up. And again, you may have seen this in other videos. I always pour the froth into the cup first, and then I pour my coffee on top. It just gives it a nice cap on top. And if you've never tried this technique, you really should. If you have a milk frother or a hand frother, put the milk in your cup first and then pour your coffee on top. Or if you have a Keurig, you can then just put your cup underneath the device and let it brew. So here's my breakfast. Nice and colorful. It's very hearty. It's warming. I know it's kind of warming up lately, but I do really like a warm breakfast. And sitting and just enjoying a little quiet time before I have to start my day. Hope you enjoyed watching this. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. I hope you're doing great, and I will see you in my next video.